Hey, this is Jake Crawford with JB Crawford Construction. This is our newest luxury spec home. Amber Jolly, which is our realtor with Charlespool Real Estate, has already done a walkthrough and shown you all the pretty things about these homes. But I want to show you some of the mechanical things and what makes these homes so efficient. Follow me. This particular spec home has a 24 kW Generac standalone generator. We have natural gas here. Anytime the power grid goes down, you've got power, you're in good shape. We have the Lennox Elite Series 18 SEER variable speed units. This is a high-end unit. Most of your luxury specs or most of your custom homes really are just two-stage. Let's look in this garage. Most custom homes, most spec homes definitely will never have an insulated garage, and they'll never be insulated. Where other builders cut corners, we fill the gap. We always put these in standard. Now this is not a water softener or anything like that, but we have good water out here. So we have a sediment filter here, so your water comes in, and then we have a charcoal filter here, and that helps with your scent and taste. That comes standard with Crawford Homes. Let's go up the attic. I want to show you the stuff up there. Oh, hey. So this is above our garage. If you look over here, you'll see we have over 6 inches of foam insulation. And then in the walls, we have over 3.5 inches. If you look here, you say, okay, well, why is this wall separating the garage from the house foamed with a door? So if you think about your vehicle coming in, idling, I know that the garage is basically insulated, but if it idles, all those gases can come up into the attic and seep into the home. We want a sealed envelope for our homes. Air quality is superior, and it's a big deal for Crawford Homes. Let me show you this. As you walk into a Crawford home attic, this is the guts. This is what makes everything operate efficiently. And so I want to kind of give you an insight to that. You can see the insulation, but it doesn't just stop there. Our homes, we all have OSB plywood to where you can actually walk. I know this is a shorter roof, which is different from what we usually build, but you know, the design of the home required that. But if you'll see over here, this is our air handler, and you'll see it's built on a platform. The installs on these are superior. You'll notice our custom metal duct that we build in our sheet metal shop, and it's going to pan all the way down there. So our main trunk line is all metal. Less friction, less curves, a lot more efficient airflow, CFMs. As we come down this way, I'll show you some more information on this. Look at this metal duct all the way down. As you walk, and you'll notice the only flex that we have are our little legs that come off, our little branches. If you run hard duct, metal duct, all the way to the registers, it gets noisy. So this right here allows it to get quietened down before it gets into your home. But you'll never see this metal duct in a spec home or many custom homes, really. Our tankless hot water heaters here, being in a sealed attic, I like it because it's not ever going to be too hot up here and never going to be too cold. So all of the guts here, you know, your water lines, your drain lines, your mechanical systems, all this stuff being in a clean environment, in a controlled environment, is going to last so much longer. A lot of people say, well, I don't want a water heater in the attic. Well, your water lines are in your attic anyway. And if you look here, we've got a little drain pan. And so it's super safe. And we got PEX. And if you're in a controlled environment, the PEX, number one, is not going to burst when it freezes anyway. It's just going to expand, but it would not freeze in a closed attic. Another thing about a sealed attic is you don't have your mold spores, your dust, your pollen. You know, we live in the piney woods. It's green a couple of months out of the year. So none of that comes in and sits like on a traditional home with a vented attic. It sits on top of your ceiling. So every time you open and close a door, all that comes down in your house and you're constantly dusting. the air quality in our homes are superior. So I wanted to show you some of those things. As you can see, I showed you that we put our plywood up here. It's not for a second story, but it's for maneuverability, maintenance. We want lots of maintenance to be able to happen if it needs to be done. I showed you the HVAC system, the differences in the hard duct, the difference in the SEER rating on the units, the water heater being in an enclosed attic. These are just some of the few things that make JB Crawford Construction different. We build these homes like we're going to live in them. We're not a perfect builder, but we're a great builder. And if I know of anything that we can improve on, we're going to improve constantly. That's what we're dedicated to, is building science and building good homes for great people.